Good evening. My apologies for, I think, possibly, literally, my first time being tardy. But, you know, life. But we got some fun stuff happening tonight. Lots and lots and lots of Marvel to talk about, interpret, speculate, theorize, you know, all that fun shit. And one little bit of stupid from Lucasfilm to talk about, but not for long. But yeah, primarily Marvel coming out of your pores is what we got on deck. So it is time to do that which we always do, which is grab our sip, light the smoke, lean on back, hit the like button, and relax. Because it is once again time for the Saturday Night Chill. Because it is once again time for the Saturday Night Chill. Because it is once again time for the Saturday Night Chill. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Saturday Night Chill. I am glad that you are all here. I'm glad to be here. Even though my scalp itches. I was in the sun a lot today for work. So I may have a little bit of little toastiness to make my head itch. But that's okay. I don't mind. What's up, David? What's up, Headless Ned, if you're still here? What up, Griff? How are we all doing on this fine Saturday evening? Well, okay, late Saturday evening / early Saturday morning for early Sunday morning for David. Actually, just early Sunday morning for David. 'Tis 1:09 a.m. up in his neighborhood. What's up, Brooke? How are we all doing? What's up, Rob? Kind of working, so you have a keyboard that works with one good thumb. All right. Well, thanks for bearing the pain and hopping on in, man. 2:09. Oh, yeah, I can't math. That is 5 hours. Duh. I used up all my math earlier in the day. It's Saturday evening now. Fuck math. Has everyone had a good well, last few days if you were here Wednesday night, or week if you haven't been here since last Saturday. Yeah, David is loaning himself out from sidetracking, popping over here, which I appreciate. I appreciate everyone that is here right now. YouTube says I have 7 viewers. Welcome, everybody. Looking at the chat, I know that means there's a couple of lurkers, but thank you. I do not mind. You may lurk all you like. I'm just glad you're here. And if you're watching the replay, I'm glad you're here too. I hope you enjoy the rest of the stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were in San Fran, weren't you, Brooke? How was that? You got a UK broadcast partner, bro. Forget followers. You stream with a UK guy. I mean, I know it's part of your channel, but do you really have to talk about being able to go to SDCC so much? I'm jealous. I should get Smuckers tattooed on my forehead. I'm so jelly. Grape or strawberry, I can't decide. I love them both. But I'm definitely jelly. Actually, technically, the strawberry are preserves. So yeah, I'm grape jelly. And I can prove it. See? I jiggle. Yeah, I really just fucking did that. Oh, well. So I went and stayed at your friend's house in Palo Alto. It's nice. Visited parts of San Fran and got shown around Palo Alto. That actually sounds fun. I've heard good things about Palo Alto. Oh, nice. You have now gotten into the God of War. That's cool. Ah, Ned is rewatching Hot D in preparation for season 2. Pause. No Diddy. David, are you talking about being hypnotized by my jiggle? Because that would be simultaneously cool and weird. But I'd be okay with it. Yes, welcome lurkers if you're new. And everybody else. Did we all hit the like on the way in? Oh, wow, it was the jiggle. Nice. Thanks. And if you're watching on the replay, did you hit the like on the way in? I need all the likes. Yeah. I need all of the likes. So that way YouTube likes me more, and then we all get to hang out with more new people. Wouldn't that be fun? Snapper season 1 ended. Ooh. Cool. Alrighty. If you guys will give me a couple of mementos, please. I need to pull up something Ooh, yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. Lurk, 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 lurk. Lurk on, man. Yes, it is free to smash the like. It takes but a second of your time. Just locate it. And if you're on a computer, hit it with your mouse. Or if you're on a, like a Fire Stick or a Roku. Or, tap it with your finger on tablet or a phone. It's just real quick like. If it was possible, I would have wipes so you could then clean the fingerprint right off the screen. But that's not possible because I'm here and you're wherever you are. So I'm going to have to make that drink on break, babe. I completely forgot about it. Oh, well. It's just ice in the one thing and the other thing, right? Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm not Elden Ring 1 something, and yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Like, literally everyone I've heard even mention the name Elden Ring is the word awesome or something along those lines is generally right around the name Elden Ring. So, like, I've never played it, but any gamer I've run into is like, yeah, that game's fucking awesome. So, that doesn't surprise me. All right. We're going to get the bullshit out of the way first. Okay? Okay. And said bullshit, of course, came out of that face. And looking at that face, that makes a tweet I saw earlier today even more hilarious. Remember the one I showed you from MK Toon Love? All right. But yeah, there is a tweet I saw earlier from Lou, what's going on? From one of the people I follow that made a magnificent joke about this bitch. So, here we go. Kathleen Kennedy is familiar with the difficulties that women often face in the male-dominated Star Wars world. In a brief conversation with the New York Times, Kennedy opened up about Leslie Headland's upcoming series, The Acolyte, and how she has faced misogyny as the head of Lucasfilm. Operating within these giant franchises now, with social media and the level of expectation, it's terrifying, she told the publication. I think Leslie has struggled a little bit with it. I think a lot of the women who step into Star Wars struggle with this a bit more. Because of the fan base being so male-dominated, they sometimes get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. Kennedy's comments come ahead of the release of the Disney Plus series, which some in the fandom are already slamming for its inclusion of several women and people of color in powerful positions. Why are there so many women, girls, and minority characters increasingly dominating the ranks of Jedi? Reads one of the comments on the Acolyte trailer, according to the Times, with others addressing a similar sentiment. Blah, 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 actor. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the rest of that is, the rest of that is just the usual blah, 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 blah. Okay, so. Alan, what's going on, man? Welcome in. You got here just in time for a quick rant. And then we're going to get into the fun shit. So. She is a teensy bit correct. We're going to take care of that first, and then we're going to get into why what she said is also completely fucking dumb. Okay. Now, she is correct. The fan base is male dominated. And she is correct that sometimes the actors get attacked in ways that can be quite personal. She's not wrong about those two specific things because they do happen, and they happen from that same corner of the fan base that it always comes from, and it's them. But Ms. Kennedy here decided to once again include all the male fans, not just calling out that one section. Careful, I'll summon Justin, right? He'll hear me all the way in Texas and be like, what the fuck is going on there? No, I can't get that loud. My wife has a headache, so. But I can get intense. Why she continues to blanket all us dudes with the same statement when it's only a small, extremely fucking loud, but small portion of the male fandom of Star Wars. Like the rest of us, when we bitch, it's just about like quality and story and like technical shit, like that fucking shaky cam all the way through Kenobi. That was a dumb decision. And that's a technical aspect. That's free game for anybody. You know, I'm not attacking the actors. I'm not calling them shit. I'm definitely not going after their race or sexuality or what have you. Hey, Stanley's, how you doing, man? So, all you're doing there, Kathleen, is alienating the one part of the fan base that can keep your fucking franchise alive. Because, as you said, you were correct. Star Wars is a male-dominated IP. Just like comics are a male-dominated IP. Does that mean women and persons of color and members of the LGBTQ plus community should be ignored? No. That is not what that means. At all. Whatsoever. Not even a little bit. It does not mean that. I don't care. Most of us, no matter what we see on social media, where like it is not hard for a small group to get loud. Okay? That's pathetically easy on social media. Where the reality is that's a small group. And lumping fans like us in with them does nothing but piss us right the fuck off. And obviously when we get pissed, we begin to call you out for being stupid. Not because you're trying to protect your female, person of color, or LGBTQ plus actors. Protecting them from that one corner of the fandom is perfectly laudable. If I run across bullshit like that on my Twitx, but I don't because of who I follow and don't follow, for the most part. Sometimes you get riders in on that, and then I body them, and then they go away. What up, Brady? But, yeah. Star Wars is male-dominated fandom-wise. That's not the issue, Kathleen. The issue is your mindset that anyone with a penis that criticizes what you put out, we're all bigoted in some fashion or another. And that's not the case. Actually, no. Everyone is bigoted in some fashion. I'm bigoted. My bigot is against assholes and ignorant motherfuckers. That's who I'm bigoted against. I'm not bigoted. Like staying with the word banana too long. I'm not bigoted towards race or sexuality or religious belief. I'm bigoted towards people that don't handle themselves properly. What up, Justin? So, and that obviously includes a strong bigotry on my part towards that section of the fandom. They're assholes. I don't like them. But, Kathleen, they are not me. They are not most of the dudes in the fandom. You really, 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 really need to stop lumping us in with them. That is what's killing this franchise right now. Well, besides putting out all the crap that causes us to complain. That's, the front half of it. Damn, I should have been close up for this whole motherfucking rant. Oh well. I'm still working out the kinks even a couple years in. Oh well. Anyway. So. And then to issue these comments less than a week before your new show premieres. So, not only are you essentially attacking a large portion of your fan base by lumping them in with a very small portion of the fan base, you're also tanking the premiere of your fucking show by angering the ones who might give it a chance. Or up until you open your face, we're going to give it a chance. There's some people who will still give it a chance, myself among them, but I guarantee there's a segment of the fandom that was going to give it a chance and now will not because you done said the same stupid shit for the umpteenth time. Kathleen. By all means, defend your employees in whatever capacity they are, actor, actress, director, crew person, what have you. Defend them from that asshole faction. Please, go right ahead. I'll help if I can on the TwitX. But do not anymore lump fans like myself, which, once again, I'm going to say it again, one more time, another one. We're not the assholes. Stop lumping us in. It pisses us the fuck off. Like, honestly, when this first started, I'm like, okay. Or when she started saying shit like this, I'm like, all right. She'll figure it out. This was during Kenobi. When was Kenobi? Was that 2021? Oh no. May 27th, 2022. Okay, so literally 2 years ago it premiered. She has had 2 years to figure this shit out. I mean, really, it goes all the way back to the sequels, but Even just going from Kenobi. She's had 2 years to realize there are actually different beliefs in the male part of the fandom. She hasn't figured that out yet. Or she's just... Or it wouldn't surprise me if, like, people have actually told her, it's like, Kathy, you might want to provide a little nuance in there, because big blanket statements like that are generally inaccurate. Just saying. Ma'am. Just saying. And then she flat out ignored him. But 2 years later, every chance she gets, every new project that comes out, or is announced even, same shit. So you get off my camera cord, cat. Thank you. So I don't understand how she can be so completely out of touch. Unless she's crossed the line into willful ignorance. I'll never know. I don't know why she continues to make the same mistake for years on end. I can't explain it. There's been literally no word on whether she's going to get extended in August, because her contract is up this August. We have heard nothing about potential replacement candidates or anything like that. We've also heard nothing about her being granted an extension. And you'd think they'd have that announced by now if that was going to happen. So she could be gone in a few months, or we could be stuck with her for a few more years. And if that happens, dear God, I hope someone clues her the fuck in. Because even if they somehow miraculously instantly start putting out quality, and somehow the Acolyte is the beginning of that, most of the damage is already done. Like, the people that are gone. Most of them. You might get a few back. If you rack off like 3 or 4 dubs in a row, you might start to get some back, but so yeah, I literally forgot what I was saying, but I think I've repeated myself and made my point like 8 different ways enough. So let's get caught up with chat, and then let's move on to some fun shit. It would appear I need to scroll. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. A lot of chatting also tells YouTube that, hey, cool. People like to talk to this guy. God damn it. Smudge. Normally it's Malice doing this shit. Get out of here. All right. Assassin's Creed Shadow Collector's Edition, 239 pounds. Jesus Christ. I don't know what that is in dollars, but that's still fucking expensive. Well, eventually, yes, you were correct, Griff. Justin did end up being summoned. Oh, you made a video on this too, Ned? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I retweeted that earlier. Yep, Stanley's came in. Buzzwords to make the headlines. Oh, definitely. Chris says she really kills the hype for Star Wars projects every time she makes a statement like that. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Rob says, don't you just love stereotypes? LOL. Yes, they're awesome. Good, doing good. A lot of new controversy over Assassin's Creed. Black Flag. What did you miss? This this Kathleen Kennedy interview that came out a couple days ago, wherein she was man bashing again, basically. And I haven't had a chance to speak on it yet, so I took my turn. It's probably going to be quite similar to a lot of the people we all follow, but I wanted to get my 2 cents in, and now I'm done. I'm catching up with chat, and we're moving on to the fun. Marvel! Do. Okay. Oops. Oh, yeah, Brady came in. Griff says the exercise worked. Yep, exactly. Justin showed. Travis, how you doing? Sorry I missed you when I was mid-rant. Okay, you guys commiserating. Good. Travis says, I saw someone criticize how white Star Wars was, and part of what people forget is stories generally reflect the people writing them. George Lucas is white, so wrote for people he saw himself in. And let us not also forget when the OT was made. 77, 80, and 83. Wasn't a lot of racial sensitivity going on back then, yeah? And that was just, unfortunately, back then, like, a part of the overall culture. Like, it wasn't even thought of to cast a shit ton of white people in something. You know, that obviously non-white people looked at it askew, but overall, not so much. So, obviously, that was 50 years ago. Things should be different now, but I mean, so far as the OT goes, then yeah, that's a culture at the time is a big reason for that too. I'm not condoning said culture, but that's the history of it. Nothing we can do about it. Yes, what Griff said. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done so. All right, I don't need that. Give me just a second. Let me refresh. All right, 12 watching, 10 likes. Who's the 2 slackers? Also, thank you guys for getting me up into double digits. I love you guys. Thank you. All right, back to chat. Sorry about that. Brooke says, don't like any of the 2 extremes of the fandom, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. I'm not ranting about the toxic positives because they weren't part of that article. And, again, I want to get to the fun Marvel shit, so trust me. I can... And if it comes up, another stream will happily rant about the idiocy of the toxic positives. Not tonight. Stanley says, according to Google search, the demographics based on gender of Star Wars fans is male 60 to 40 female. So why attack over half your potential viewers? That is an excellent summation of my rant. I'm glad I didn't read that earlier. Although you guys might not be, because I probably would have shut up, because that was a good summary. But good summaries don't make for good rants. Damn it. Of course, repeating yourself 8 times probably doesn't either. As long as you change it, though, it might not matter. I hope so. We'll see, won't we? Travis says, I remember seeing Ghostbusters 2016, which I didn't hate, but every male character was an idiot or a douchebag. While Ghostbusters 1984 was male-centric, but didn't make women seem lesser. No, they turned one into a demon queen, Sigourney Weaver, when she was at her peak hotness. Yeah, she looked good in Ghostbusters, bruh. Oh, yeah, Josh's watch party for Acolyte. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Real quick, chat. If Josh pulls the kill switch super fast, should I jump on stream and we'll have a watch party over here? Cogitate on that for a few while I catch up with the rest of this, the rest of these chats. Whoops. To be honest, Star Wars is something that should be for everyone. Yes. Brooke says. Stanley says, only a Sith deals in absolutes. Excellent quote. Justin says, I'm not going to lie, I'm lost. Are we talking about old stuff? Oh, yeah, it was, the article's a couple days old. But that's still Thursday, which is after Wednesday night. So this is the first time I've had a chance to speak on it. Okay, explanation. Actually, Brooke, you're wrong. I am not talking about the Acolyte whatsoever. We're going right to Marvel. David says, I've got hope for the show Acolyte because it's got the lead bloat from Squid Games in it. Oh, yeah, Lee Jung-jae. I've heard very good things about him. Yeah, she said some new shit like a few days, like Thursday, the article came up. Hey, Mur. It's good you didn't hear about it. Oh, yeah, I think he talked to, did he talk about it early in the stream or late in his stream? I know he started at fucking 10 on Friday. Family stuff. Him and his fucking excuses. Nah, I totally feel that. It's a little bit of family stuff is why I was a little late tonight. But guess what? Tough shit. And you should all understand my next statement, which is something's going on with my family. I love you guys, but also fuck y'all. And y'all should feel the same way when it's your turn to, if you end up in that kind of situation. So, all right. Enough of that shizzle. Let me just refresh this real quick. Ooh, 14 and 11 likes. Now I ended up with 2 more viewers, but 1 more slack ass. Hit the like. Okay. But you have a lot of bad shit to say about them? Yes, I know. Well, I just got done with a rant saying a whole lot of bad shit about Kathleen Kennedy. And it was kind of fun. Hell yeah, family first. But yeah, no, that was fun. But it's time to move on. All right, so that's caught up. Okay. Now, we are going to go over and I will explain this if anyone out there is new or if anyone has gotten this far in the replay and you're new. If you watch other streamers through like during the week, you probably will at least have heard some of what I go over on Saturday nights. Like early times, because this is basically like, you know, a roundup show. So, glad you don't have it. Dude, did you? Oh, which reminds me, I was in my car when you were doing that, so I never clicked the link. But I thought you started a nerdy channel, Jay. We do need a moving on graphic. I need to learn how to incorporate graphics in this motherfucker. Like, honestly, I do. I'm so lazy about this shit. I could jack up the entertainment some. Although all the cool shit's behind a paywall. And I'm Poe, so I only use the free versions. Okay. So, bearing that in mind, again, that this is a review, you know, basically I review the week's news, but, well, not the week's news anymore, because I've added a Wednesday stream, so it's just the late week's news. Excuse me. You'd get canceled? Right. You do, but you might need to not. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, that's totally fair, bro. Totally fair. All right, so we are now going to go over this pretty decent-sized article from one Charles Murphy on his website, Murphy's Multiverse. Start with stick figures doing odd and inappropriate things. I could do a slideshow of that shit, probably. Ooh, yes, I could. I could put together a slideshow over there, then share that screen. Yeah, that's a good idea. Now all I have to do is actually be motivated to do it. So, but yes, Charles Murphy, who is a long-time, highly accurate scooper, who has backed off his scooping, Probably because of the Twidex crew that just likes to fuck with everything. So he's like, yeah, I don't really need to be associated with them. But the dude is a vet and highly, highly trustworthy. So he put out this monstrous article. And we are going to go over the whole motherfucker. I will attempt to keep it moving without too much of my normal digression. So, all right, with that being said, here we go. All righty, from rumor to reality. What's next for Marvel Studios' original Avengers? It's been 5 years since Marvel Studios' original Avengers last assembled on screen in Avengers Endgame. However, as Marvel Studios crosses the halfway point of their multiverse saga, which has introduced heroes like Ms. Marvel, Shang-Chi, and Moon Knight, 6 of Earth's mightiest heroes who, on a day like any other, found themselves united against the common threat of Loki and heeded the call to become the Avengers, still sit at the forefront of the minds of fans. Though 2 of them sacrificed themselves to help defeat Thanos, and a third disappeared in the time stream, 3 of the OG Avengers have seen their stories continue post-Endgame and still live on to fight another day. As fans continue to hope for the continuation of the stories of Hawkeye, Hulk, and Thor, and for the multiverse to find a way to tell further chapters in the stories of Cap, Widow, and Iron Man, Disney has taken a hard look at the state of the MCU and found some holes in the unassailable armor. You think? Perhaps coincidentally, as Disney plots a new course forward, rumors and reports have begun to emerge that they may take a look into the rear view and return to the stories of the heroes that created such a sturdy foundation. Wow, that's a wild idea, isn't it? We've only been asking for that for years. Rob, we can install a remote-controlled taser in your chair and Brooke can control the button until you get motivated. As interesting as that sounds, I'm going to have to decline. Travis said, I thought you were saying Eddie Murphy's brother has returned from the dead and is leaking Maeve news. No. But did you all see that Maeve cut poster of the 7 with her and I don't know what other chick, like this close to making out? It was kind of a hot poster, I ain't gonna lie. If it actually existed, I would watch the Maeve cut. For sure. Okay. Ahead of the summer convention circuit, which could be used to give a glimpse of what's next, we parse through rumor and reality for each of the original 6 Avengers. Speaking real quick of the summer convention circuit, GeekyCast is 100% certain that we're going to get more of the big announcements at D23 than we are at SDCC, even though SDCC comes first. Granted, it is also the weekend that Deadpool and Wolverine premieres, but to my mind, that enhances the SDCC show. It doesn't take away from it, so. But I mean, if he's right, to me that makes no sense. But whatever. Anyway. So we are now parsing through rumor and reality, courtesy of Charles Murphy, beginning with Bruce Banner. After a supporting role in She-Hulk attorney, Bruce Banner's next appearance, while all but guaranteed, is anyone's guess. Despite the MCU debut of the Red Hulk, the hulked-out alter ego of Banner's longtime nemesis, Thunderbolt Ross, now played by Harrison Ford, rest in peace William Hurt, and the return, classic Hulk villain, the leader in 2025's Captain America Brave New World, Banner is not expected to be on screen in the film. His cameo appearance in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings seemingly indicated he's still at least somewhat active with whatever remnants of the Avengers remain after the events of Avengers Endgame. And as our current expert on time travel, one would think he'd come in handy when Earth's mightiest heroes find themselves up against Kang, assuming that's still happening. A Mark Ruffalo quote, I'd love to do a standalone Hulk. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. It's very expensive if you did a whole movie, which is why they use the Hulk so sparingly. I priced myself out, obviously an attempt at a joke. Though Mark Ruffalo, who has played the Hulk since taking over for Edward Norton in 2012's The Avengers, was told by Marvel Studios' one above all Kevin Feige that a solo Hulk movie is out of the question, a film adaptation of the Marvel Comics event World War Hulk has made several rounds through the rumor mill since 2021. Originally rumored to begin production in 2022, buzz around the film died off significantly following Marvel Studios' 2022 slate presentations at SDCC and D23. Recently, however, rumors emerged that at least part of the action in the newly rewritten Avengers 5 would involve a team of heroes that included Banner, and that some elements of either World War Hulk or World War Hulks could have made their way into the new script. Charlie's verdict. With nothing but tenuous and insubstantial rumors from which to glean information, we'd wager that the safest bet is to expect to see Mark Ruffalo back in action in Avengers 5. If so, look for Marvel to make an announcement about the film this summer during the convention circuit. I'm inclined to agree. What do you think, chat? Is Murphy right, or will we see Bruce Banner before Avengers 5? Well, actually, will we see the Hulk before Avengers 5? And more importantly, will it be the Savage Hulk that we all fucking want? Brooks hyped for Boy Season 4, and so is Rob. Fuck yeah. It's this month, bro. It's June. It's this month. Travis says, in the post-credits for Shang-Chi, we saw Mark in Bruce form. Yeah, still with his arm in the sling from his snapping everything back. My initial thought was snapping the gauntlet put his mutated cells into remission, curing him, which would have been interesting. As usual, you come up with better shit than Marvel. At least Marvel lately, Travis. Travis says, continues, I think the idea of Bruce curing himself of Hulk, but having to force himself to do it again, losing all the control he had before, would have been a bold direction. Okay, Travis. I need you to listen very carefully to me right now. I don't care if you get the credit. Send your shit to Marvel because it's better than theirs. The fandom needs this. What the hell? That's better. The fandom needs this. I need this. Okay? So, all those awesome ideas you put into my chat, type them out in a Word document, email them to fucking Feige or somebody or everybody, Feige, Desposito, Winderbaum, fucking the janitor. I don't care. Like, just blast email all of Marvel. I don't care. You're coming up with better stuff, so do it. Thank you. Okay. That was supposed to help. That one did. All right. Moving on to the next one. Clint Barton, a.k.a. Hawkeye, of course. Marvel Studios' Disney Plus streaming series Hawkeye provided an opportunity to wrap up Clint Barton's story by handing over the mantle of Hawkeye to Kate Bishop. However, while the season 1 finale of Hawkeye saw Clint burn the Ronin outfit that symbolized a very dark period of his life, it did nothing to put a bow on his story. No shit. While Kate popped up in a quick cameo in The Marvels, the next chapter of Clint's story has yet to begin. But as you probably already know, there's a reason for that. Yeah. From Jeremy Renner. Just this past February. I'm always game. I'm going to be strong enough, that's for sure. I'll be ready. All those guys come to my bedside, and they've been with me all along through this recovery, so if they want me, they could have me. It would be something. Well, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm pretty sure everyone involved in this stream currently would love that. Mr. Renner, sir. I'm pretty sure we're all Clint Barton fans up in this bitch. So, yes, please come back. Jeremy Renner, who has played Clint Barton since the character first appeared in 2011's Thor, nearly died in a snowplow accident in 2023. Yeah, no, that was not a snowplow accident. It's not like he was driving a plow and like got pitched and whatnot. No, this was him saving another human being and getting himself so fucked up he was literally clinically dead for a wee bit. Okay, so yeah, snowplow accident. That is kind of a lame-ass summary, but whatever. The actor's recovery has gone incredibly well, and now he's ready to pick up the character's trademark bow and arrow once more. I feel like he had some help, but since he's not a professional athlete, who the fuck cares? Recently, it was rumored that a second season of Hawkeye was ordered up for Disney Plus, which would see Clint and Kate reportedly pinned down in one location and potentially up against Clint's brother Barney. That would actually be cool. I've heard Barney's a fucking psychopath. And what was that? Like, they're supposed to be, like, it's all supposed to take place literally in one location, allegedly, too. Which is a riff on some comic story. The name which escapes me. Someone help me out with that chat, please. But yeah, that actually sounds like a decent plot. Renner and Kate teamed up together, trying to defend themselves / possibly take out his psychopathic brother. Stanley says, can't say I'm interested in Hulk at all, particularly after what we got with She-Hulk. Well, if they bring Savage Hulk back, that should handle that. Brooke says, I hope we get Savage Hulk. Been so long. It's literally been since Infinity War. You realize that? We haven't seen Savage Hulk outside of in animation when Morph turned himself into him during a Sentinel battle since the early part of, like, the very early part of Infinity War. Like, he got his ass beat. Heimdall sent his ass to Earth, and Hulk was so scared after taking that ass whooping from Thanos, he refused to show up again. Savage Hulk. So it is now 2024. That came out in 2018. So yeah, we haven't seen Savage Hulk in live action in 6 fucking years. It's time to bring him back. Brooke says, I hope we get Savage Hulk. Been so long. Also would still love to see World War Hulk arc. What the fuck is this shit? On the big screen. Yeah, or at least, something very Hulk involved. I don't care what it is. Thought Hawkeye is retired. He may be. However, if his psychopathic brother's involved, I'm sure he will unretire. I know I would. If I had a relative out there causing shit, I would have to unretire. So, assuming that this plot is accurate, it would very much make sense for him to come out of retirement. Brooke says, Hawkeye Season 1 was a decent Christmas show. I'm kind of looking forward to Season 2. I'm not going to go into Hawkeye Season 1. Let's just say it was aight. It wasn't trash. I can't call it good. It was aight. So, but yeah, if this is going to be the plot and they do a good job, that actually will be a pretty good show. All right. Charlie Murphy says, though the original source of the rumor could be called into question, what the fuck is up with my mouse? Subsequent investigation into the veracity of the information, Josh couldn't pronounce veracity. Veracity of the information has turned up some interesting information. While Marvel TV head honcho Brad Winderbaum just cautioned fans that the studio is now developing more projects than they ever intend to produce, A second version of Hawkeye does indeed seem to be in development and could end up on Disney Plus much sooner than expected. I hope so, if it is going to be a well-done version of that plot. Steve Rogers. Joe and Anthony Russo gave Steve Rogers a fairy tale ending in Avengers Endgame. The man out of time stepped back in time to live the life that was stolen from him when he went into the ice. After returning the Infinity Stones to their timelines, Rogers traveled back to 1949, creating a new timeline in which he and Peggy Carter got their dance and their happily ever after. I would very much do dirty things with Haley Atwell, just saying. That detour alone provides incredibly fertile storytelling ground, but so far, the further adventures of Steve Rogers have yet to be explored. Chris Evans last year, he saith this, I'll never say never, just because it was such a wonderful experience. But I'm also very precious with it. It's something that I am very proud of. And like I said, sometimes I can't believe it even happened. And I wouldn't want the black eye if it felt like a cash grab, or if it didn't live up to expectations, or if it just felt like it wasn't connected to that original thing. So, no time soon. And ultimately, I really hope to just maybe act a little bit less in my life. I have a lot of other interests. I mean, that's fair. Reports of Chris Evans' potential return to the role date back to early 2021, when Deadline reported the actor was nearing a deal that could see him star in a pair of projects. Evans has responded to the report on multiple occasions, and while he's never shut the door on a possible return, he's made it clear that it's not something he's been chomping at the bit to make happen, saying a return to the role would be a tall order. Yet another quote from 2022, so they're going back in time for this. Interesting. I don't want to disappoint anybody, but I just don't know. It's tough. It was such a good run, and I'm so happy with it, and you know it's so precious to me. It would have to be perfect. It would just be scary to rattle something that is so dear to me, and that role means so much to me, so to revisit it would be a tall order. Now again, the first comment was from last year, and this one is from 2022. So, how reflective are they of his current mindset, really? I wonder. Rumors of Evans' return as Rogers are most frequently associated with two projects, Nomad and Avengers Secret Wars. Now, that's just as Rogers. We may be getting some Human Torch action in Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the scuttlebutt. As we first reported in 2020, a Nomad project remains in development at Marvel Studios. Though no details have ever surfaced and the studios never officially addressed the project, they have taken steps over the years to keep it viable. I mean, that is definitely something you want to keep in your back pocket, as long as you can get Evans to do it. In April 2024, Evans was rumored to have signed on to star in Avengers Secret Wars, currently on the slate for 2027, which fits with the star's desire to have some time pass between Endgame and his next MCU appearance. Bruh, Endgame came out 5 fucking years ago. That's some time. Like, are you looking for, like, a decade, bruh? Like, for reals. The verdict by Mr. Murphy. A return by Evans seems inevitable at this point. Oh, yes, for sure. His growth into the role of Captain America was one of the highlights of the Infinity Saga, the highlight for Aaron, and his new return for any project would immediately drive interest in it to new heights. That is for fucking sure. They announce Evans is back as Cap. The entire fandom is going to go apeshit in favor of it. That'll literally be something everyone can agree on. Except for the usual, not the usual crowd that I normally fucking shit on. This would be the crowd that just they just oppose everything just for the sake of doing it. Everything is a bad idea to them. So there'll always be those. But for the most part, to be accurate, it's technically not everybody. But yeah, the entire fucking fan base will be like, hell yeah, Cap's back! So. Alrighty. Get back into chat real quick before we move on. Travis says, something like Bruce has to fully lose control to take on Red Hulk. telling Sam Wilson he needs to kill him, as well as Sam having to kill Hulk, being seen as a hero in the process. That would be dark. Yes, you're right, but it would also be awesome. Stanley says, Captain America, domestic god raising children during the Cold War. Honestly, if we're going back to Cold War era Cap, I want Hydra Cap, bruh. When Red Skull used that cosmic box to rewrite, or cosmic cube to rewrite reality, to where he got recruited by Hydra before he even got the serum. Shit. I would love that shit. That's a hell of a story. I know a lot of people are like, but Cap would never be Hydra, motherfucker. It's basically in rewritable Elseworld. It was done with a cosmic cube. I'm pretty sure it got fixed with a cosmic cube. So, quit your bitching, enjoy the fact, and enjoy Dark Cap for a few issues. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that'd be awesome. Moving on, or going on, Travis says, my bonkers Secret Wars idea, ooh, this ought to be fun, is all the OG members are taken, leaving the young, overpowered heroes to screw up. In a desperate act, Strange brings in a Thanos variant to lead the new team. The idea of an Apollo Creed Thanos who either lost or won long enough to see his failure, telling the new team they don't have what it takes and is going to take a conqueror to kill a conqueror. That's a pretty good idea. Although I'm pretty sure King, if they're wise, all the Kings are going to get bodied in Avengers 5, and Doom will take over for Secret Wars, as he should. And if there is a Thanos around, I want to see on live screen, live action, I want to see Doom give Thanos the Predator treatment like he did in the comic. I want that. I want that bad. All right. Natasha Romanoff. One second here. If I can get my fucking mouse. Maybe I'll just have to do it this way. Hello. Yes, I'm just admiring ScarJo for a minute. Chill. Bruh. All right. Natasha Romanoff should never be brought back to life. Wow, he's just getting after it. Her sacrifice in Avengers Endgame brought a fitting closure to her character's MCU arc, and undoing it is not only impossible by the rules set forth in the film, but would also give the character's legacy less meaning moving forward. That does not, however, mean that stories about the character could not or will not continue to be told. Scarlet herself from last year. Like a loophole, I feel that's kind of the end, right? Like, can you come back? Could it be a vampire version of the character? Because I'm here for that. Like a zombie version, maybe. Well, I mean, they're doing it. Well, it's animated, but they are doing Marvel Zombies. For her part, actress Scarlett Johansson has never really provided much hope that she'd reprise the role of Black Widow again, saying the return of her character, quote, would be a miracle. That doesn't mean Johansson and Marvel won't work together again, however. In 2021, Feige revealed that Marvel and Johansson were working on a, quote, non-Black Widow-related top-secret Marvel Studios project. Recent rumors have potentially identified that project as The Blonde Phantom, a 1950s set streaming series that Johansson is expected to produce but not star in. I don't see that one happening. If that project is off the table, could Black Widow still find life after death? As we speculated here, the character could potentially join the cast of Nomad if they set it between, or if they set it during, God damn it. I always thought Nomad would have happened between Civil War and Infinity War, but if they're talking about his journey to put the Infinity Stones back as the Nomad thing, she was already dead when he left on that, so I don't know how she could be a Nomad unless... Oh, never mind. She could be... He's going back in time. I'm dumb. Never mind. She could easily be a Nomad. Moving on. Potentially could join the cast of Nomad, with the studio hoping to tap back into the incredible chemistry share between Evans and Johansson in Captain America Civil War. Bro, the Winter Soldier. Much more so than Civil War. The post-Civil War, pre-Infinity War timeline has barely been fleshed out in the MCU, and revisiting it could easily retcon characters and events into the universe that could still be dealt with in the multiverse saga. The verdict: any and every character is truly on the board for a return in the multiverse saga. However, here's to hoping any future Black Widow stories are set before her death or involve the creative and effective use of variants. I can agree with that. And Secret Wars. Everyone's going to fucking be back for Secret Wars, right? I mean, she'll be back for Secret Wars. She may not want a large role in it, but she'll be fucking back for Secret Wars. Travis says, Tony Stark's dad is a huge part of the Marvel story, and I think a goofy but ballsy move is to bring in Howard Stark, knowing he dies, that his son is dead in this timeline, fighting for the timeline. If it's done correctly, that actually could be really fucking dope. Have you started those emails yet? Thor. Of all the original Avengers, Thor seems the one most likely to have stories told about him as long as the MCU exists. Given his long life as an Asgardian, there's plenty of room for stories about his past and future to be told, something done exceptionally well in the comics by Jason Aaron. Hemsworth from 2022. You look at Thor 1 and 2, they were quite similar. Ragnarok and Love and Thunder are similar. I think it's about reinventing it. I've had such a unique opportunity with Infinity War and Endgame to do very drastic things with the character. I enjoy that. I like keeping people on their toes. It keeps me on my toes. Yeah, well, at least he's seen the error of Love and Thunder and apologized for it. Good man. All right. While Chris Hemsworth has grown tired of playing Thor on multiple levels, it doesn't seem as though he's quite done with his time as the Odin son. The star has slowly but surely revealed his displeasure with both his own performance in Thor Love and Thunder and his reception with fans. Yeah. Hemsworth has said that any return to the character would have to start with a project that is, quote, tonally different. Not totally, tonally. Different tone than the previous installment in the franchise, of which I would agree. A completely opposite tone. Make it dark and serious. If a recent rumor has any merit to it, Marvel Studios must have listened to the star's words and be looking to head in that direction, as they are currently seeking a new writer and director in order to get Thor 5 in production by the end of 2025. Now, one of the an older rumor doesn't seem to have gotten any traction was they were looking for directors. They were looking for directors that had experience in darker fare. Like one of the names tossed about was Gareth Edwards. Now, Gareth Edwards is good at, like, you know, darker fare, serious type shit. He's had mixed results. From my own experience, I enjoyed the 2014 Godzilla. The creator was okay. I mean, it looked great. For the most part. I think him, like my guy Zack Snyder, should never write, and they should only direct. That's what I think. Verdict: there's more gas in the tank for Hemsworth and the Odin son. More Thors on the way. Yes, well, yeah, we already know they're literally making for Thor 5. Making Thor 5. So yes, more Thor is definitely on the way. Tony Stark. I am Iron Man. The bookend statement of... Oh, whoops. I did the one of end of Iron Man. This is the one from Endgame. And I am Iron Man. Okay. The bookend statement of Tony Stark's journey as the Armored Avenger provided two of the MCU's most memorable moments. Undoing his death or altering it in any way should be a punishable offense. Avengers Endgame co-creator Joe Russo explained that he and his brother Anthony closed that book, adding that it would be up to the studio to figure out how to reopen it. Marvel Studios' one above all, Kevin Feige, stated that the studios has no interest in reopening said book, saying, "We are going to keep that moment and not touch that moment again. We all worked very hard for many years to get to that, and we would never want to magically undo it in any way." Downey, Esquire, this year. Happily, it's too integral a part of my DNA. That role chose me. And look, I always say never ever bet against Kevin Feige. It's a losing bet. He's the house. He will always win. Now, it would appear Mr. Downey Jr. did Terrence Howard a bit dirty in this situation. Something about Howard paying people money so he could audition and blah, 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 blah. And then then Robert ignored him or some shit. Yeah, little Downey ain't perfect. And as we already knew, but, even rehabbed, he's still not perfect. I mean, that's what he did is, if it's true, it's fucked up. But, yeah. Tony Stark's incredible legacy in the MCU will continue to live on, even though the character does not. Though Vegas sees actor Robert Downey Jr. as the odds-on favorite to return to the role that launched the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the rumor landscape is notably barren. A pre-Endgame set Iron Man 4 doesn't seem likely, and it's pretty clear a post-Endgame continuation of the story of the sacred timelines Tony Stark isn't in the cards. That doesn't mean there's no way home for Stark, however, as a variant of the character could easily appear in any number of multiverse saga stories. Indeed. Verdict. Wow, the only one that isn't in bold print. It is my belief that Marvel Studios and Downey will find, perhaps already have found, a way to get Downey some more screen time. The MCU needs saving, and who better than its greatest hero to save it one more time? To the chat. Travis says, John Slattery is old as hell, but getting a reverse scene where he gets to make things right with a version of his son showing young Tony could be cool. Yeah, could be. He also says, my defense for Thor is, as shown in Endgame, he deals with trauma by not caring anymore. But he has friends, is at peace with Jane, and has a daughter. So he has what he needs to be whole again. True. But that movie sucked balls. And asshole. And taint. All dirty and sweaty. And crusty with 3-day-old poop. That movie was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I hate that thing. Brooks says, hoping Thor 5 is as good as Ragnarok. I'm hoping it's the best Thor movie we get. Honestly. I would love to love Thor 5 the most out of all the Thors. Stanley says, Howard apparently got paid the most for Iron Man, and when it came to the sequels, he wanted more. I saw a clip of him on Rogan. It was so incoherent. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was probably part of why he is no longer there, but I don't know. I guess he reached out to Robert to be like, hey, can you get my back? And, got ghosted or something like that, so I'm not 100% sure, and honestly, I don't feel like looking it up to get it right. I know it's something like that, so, don't fucking quote me. Brooke says, isn't Hercules going to be the main villain of Thor 5 or something, judging from the end credit scene of Thor 4? Well, I guess they could do it a bit differently. They will probably still have him in there as a villain. I don't know that he would be the villain. I mean, if they're going to reclaim Thor for the fandom, that they're going to have to go big, and Hercules is not big enough. So. Come on, move over there, bitch. Alrighty. Okay, well, that's the end of that article. My throat be dry, my cup be empty. My bladder be full. We've hit that point, y'all. So I'm going to take a little bitty break, and I'll be back in a little bit. If you have not done so yet, please hit the like. And if you haven't done this yet, hit the subscribe. And hit the notification bell. That way you'll get to have fun with me all the time. But in the meantime, I'll be back shortly. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. And if you haven't done this yet, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get to have fun with me all the time. But in the meantime, I'll be back shortly. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. And if you haven't done this yet, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. Hello, I am back. How many did we lose? Oh, just 2. Nice. Thanks for hanging out, most of y'all. Appreciate you. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Nope, don't do that either, you motherfucker. Okay. Mocha iced coffee and Frangelico in my son-in-law's Dragon Ball cup. It was an opportunity to stay nerdy, and I took it. That is so tasty. Okay. This is our last subject of the evening. And, it's a whole lot of interesting. Whole lot of interesting what's been happening with him lately. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. So, anybody remember about a month ago? Giancarlo Esposito had said that he had signed with the MCU in a secret role, and that it'd be a brand new character to the MCU. And we're all like, what the fuck? And then the speculation began. Who could he be playing? Could he be Doom? Could he be Kang? Could he be Mephisto? Who knows? And then it was confirmed later that it would not be any of those 3. So then we're all like, what the fuck? And then in an official announcement, not only was the fact that he was in a secret role reaffirmed, but that it would be more along the lines of a tease. And then said character would get their own series. So we're like, well, what the shit? Oh, and that he's going to be in Captain America 4. So we're going to get teased in Cap 4. And then we're going to get our own series. Okay, so what things are associated with Cap 4? There's a lot of people. There's various scientists. We got Isaiah Bradley in there. He's a part of the Weapons Plus program, so that could be a tie-in. Now, when Josh did his bonus stream when he had Rob and Paul on, Rob theorized, he's like, want to hear a wild one? And then he took us through his whole line of thinking for why it could be Abraham Cornelius, right? The big main scientist in Weapons Plus. So Josh went with that one. I mean, it made sense. Rob made sense. Josh made sense. But then, ladies and gentlemen, we get set photos from Cap 4. Part of the reason for these reshoots is bringing this character in. And it is this image, which we will open it in a new tab. Oh, yeah, that's nice and big. All right, cool. We got this set photo I believe today, actually. Too far? What's too far? I missed that one. What the fuck are you talking about, Jay? Anyway, you ready? He doesn't look much like a scientist. I mean, military pants, military shirt, military specs, fucking equipment brace with 3 throwing knives in the front. That's probably for clips or whatever. Oh, hey, look, there's a fucking pistol. I mean, does all that 100% exclude him from being a scientist? No. Scientists could also be into, you know, shooting shit and stabbing shit and throwing shit at shit. It's entirely possible. It could be their hobby. It could be how they separate themselves from the science when they feel they need to. However, let's go with odds. Odds are this ain't no fucking scientist. He's very kitted out right now. So, the question then becomes, who the fuck is this guy going to be that we're only going to see for a little bit, according to him, and that somehow this character is worthy of his own show? Oh, hey, look, General Motors wrote a check. Side note. But yeah, what character associated with Captain America evidently is dressed like this a majority of the time, is worthy of a quick tease, and then their own Disney Plus series? Well, I'll tell you, I don't really fucking know. Like, honestly, I don't have the first fucking clue. Let's see if we can figure this shit out together. Oopsie. Okay. Let's just go with the Wikipedia list. Adolf Hitler. Unlikely. Advanced Idea Mechanics. Possibly, but unlikely. Alexander Lukin, Soviet strategist and mastermind. They could retcon the Soviet out of them, so that's actually possible. William Stryker, possibly. Book says, I'm so hyped for Giancarlo Esposito. Where to go? To be in Marvel. Supposedly he's going to play that one guy who helped with Weapons X. Can't recall the name, but Josh talked about it. Yeah, that was Abraham Cornelius, and unless Abraham Cornelius is also a reasonably well-trained military person, probably not going to be Abraham Cornelius. That scenario has become highly unlikely. But this Alexander Lukin could be it. America, former police officer, no. Maybe. I don't know why he would get his own show, though. Ameridroid, unlikely. Armadillo, Super, no. Arnim Zola, nope. He got blown the fuck up in The Winter Soldier. Baron Blood. That's a vampire. They'll be saving him for the supernatural side of Marvel, I would assume. Baron Strucker. Ultron killed him. Baron Zemo. Well, it won't be him because he's already that other guy. Batroc the Leaper, that's already George St. Pierre. World War, nope. Costume Super, nope. Blue Streak, former spy turned costumed operative of the subversive organization called the Corporation. Well, he's not costumed, unless you want to consider military gear a costume. Cache Super, nope. Constrictor character, okay, doesn't doubt it. The Corporate, well, that's a whole bunch of people. Crime, nope. Crossbones, nope. Cutthroat, costumed, nope. Former brother of former Serpent Society member. Oh. Dead Ringer, a criminal, nope. Death Throes, nope. Dr. Faustus. Dreadman the Druid, unlikely. Dr. Cedric Runt, nope. Everyman, nope. Exile, nope. Flag Smasher, nope. Gold Digger, nope, that's a she. Grand Director, Neo-Nazi Group, the National Force, unlikely. Heinz Kluge, nope. Jack-O-Lantern, Formula, no. Carl Stryker, nope. King Cobra, unlikely. I think they got rid of the Serpent Society out of that movie. Clicker, former Hero of the Corporation. Criminal guys, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. Kingpin, nope. Machine Smith, unlikely. Definitely not Madam Hydra. Masterman, no. Mr. Hyde, no. Modam and Modoc, no. Mother Knight, no. Nefarious, no. Nightshade, no. Porcupine, no. Protocide. I can see, ooh. I doubt that's who Giancarlo's playing, but I could see them exchanging Clinton McIntyre for fucking Isaiah Bradley for this. Used as the first test subject of the Super Soldier Serum. Well, that's Isaiah Bradley in the MCU. So that could be cool. Survived by aim, blah, blah, blah. That'd be sweet if they turned him into that. Red Guardian, no. Red Skull, no. Secret Empire, Sensational Hydra, Serpent Squad, Serpent Society, Sidewinder, nope. Sin, no. Sin, Sleepers, Selene, Superia, Super Patriot. No, we've already got him. U.S. Agent Taskmaster, we already got her. Man with No Face, Tumbler, Ultimatum, Vermin, Viper, Watchdogs, Winter Soldier, Bucky. Okay. Well, that wasn't helpful at all. Yeah, Abraham Cornelius is a dope name, Brooke. You're right. If Giancarlo Esposito played some former Soviet general who's one of the villains of Captain America 4, that would be one of the coolest things ever. I mean, yeah, he could be a Soviet general. Stanley says, don't forget Disney are not beyond gender or race swapping. That's true. Well, I highly doubt they would go the reverse of the usual direction. I don't think they would turn a female character male, and I do not think they would turn a person of color white. Now, however, so I don't think he's going to be based off a female character. He could very easily be based off a white character, though, but I'm not really seeing any of those that would oh, actually, Mr. Hyde, chemically enhanced supervillain. That does not rule out him using military weapons. We're commonly alongside King Cope. Well, never mind. I mean, William Stryker is definitely an option. Army Colonel. I mean, Isaiah Bradley was a test subject for some version of Super Soldier Serum, so that's Weapons Plus, and we know Stryker is all over Weapons Plus, so he could be Stryker. I'm really hoping when he said he's a brand new character to the MCU, he didn't mean literally to all of Marvel, just one that was in the comic books and is now in the MCU. Um, and really, it doesn't necessarily have to be an enemy of Captain America. You know. Oh, I saw someone, who was it? Mastertainment on the Twidex mentioned earlier that he could be what the fuck? Oh, cool. He could be actually working for, or even running, that group of criminals that was in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, the LFA. That's a pretty valid theory in my opinion as well. He could be one of the ones that were behind the ones we saw on the show. You know? That's definitely a valid option, and that show could use all the redemption it could get, and having Giancarlo come in and make it a little more badass by association, I'm here for that shit. So, so that would actually be, I don't know, is the LFA in the comics? Or did they create that out of whole cloth for that show? Let's see. LFA Marvel Comics. Not Loa. Okay. Just LFA Marvel. Okay. Oh yeah, George St. Pierre was in that. He works for the LFA. The Flag Smashers. Blah blah blah. Huh. Doesn't really say anything about it in the Wikipedias. Okay, well. If it's not the LFA, it could be the Flag Smashers. Okay. So either way, does Norman Osborn interact with heroes outside of Spider-Man? Oh yeah, he was he led the Dark Avengers for a while. I mean, like, it's mainly him v Spider-Man, but it's not that 100% of the time. He gets up to all kinds of fuckery. If DC had done Lex Luthor with a Jekyll and a Hyde kind of thing, then he'd basically be Norman Osborn. But yeah, he does. Not often, but he does. He's fucked with the Avengers and, you know, anyone that gets in his way. At least in the comics he has. In cinema, I don't think so. I mean, outside of No Way Home. And I'm counting Doctor Strange as that person, as the hero outside of Spider-Man for that. So, I mean, first of all, how many of y'all love that we get Giancarlo Esposito in Cap 4? I mean, I don't see how. I mean, unless his character is completely written like garbage, even though it's supposed to just be a tease, Giancarlo elevates anything he's in. So, that's cool. I'm totally down for him being that. I'm not sure how I feel about him having, regardless of the fact that he is getting his own series, it still seems like that whoever that character is, based off that set photo, doesn't feel like a big enough character for Giancarlo to be playing. So, one, either he is actually that big of a character, or he will get him to that big of a character in our minds, or he's confident that he can, or Marvel's paying him really well to do what the fuck ever. You know, when it comes down to it, money, 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 money. Brooks all for it? Oh, yeah. I love Giancarlo Esposito. I just wish I knew or could even come up with a good guess for who the fuck he's going to be. Like, honestly, I got nothing. I mean, Stryker does make sense. There are already existing ties to the Super Soldier program, in which was under officially, technically, Weapons Plus. Stanley says it may be a bit part now, only to be big later on. You know, I was referring, not that I disagree with you, it definitely could be that, but I was more referring less to the size of the actual part than to the stature of said character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he might be, obviously we won't know till next year, but I feel like he might be being a little underutilized just based off what we know now. So, yeah, it's more character status than how big a part he gets in the movie. Just give me 1 second. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. It's more character status than how big a part he gets in the movie. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I mean, again, Stryker makes sense. We got Isaiah Bradley to tie into the Weapons Plus. I mean, after Wolverine and Deadpool, that'll be some sort of tie to Weapons Plus. Who was that? Was it Airy off from Screen Crush? I think he put out a video convinced that Wolverine will be in Cap 4, and it's probably because he thinks Weapons Plus is involved too. So, I'm guessing. I haven't watched the actual video, but that's the only reason I can think of for Wolverine to be involved in that is Giancarlo's character is going to be some kind of a tie into Weapons Plus. He could be Stryker. He could be the next person down the chain from Stryker. Like, he can't be too far down the fucking chain. Like, that's just, that would be dumb. But, Yeah, so he's definitely if it is a weapons plus thing, he's got to be pretty high. If he's not Striker, he's got to be like Striker's right hand man or some shit like that. You know, if he's not the head honcho, he's right there. Probably second in power, only to said head honcho. You know what I mean? Get out of here, bud. So, yeah, the him being all kitted out in like, you know, commando gear basically is really complicating the process of figuring out who the fook he's going to be, you know? Go Power Ranger. So, what do you guys think? You guys got any guesses? Well, first of all, what do you think of the fact that he was kitted out and whatnot? You know, rather than playing, you know, a more, well, civilian type of villain, I guess, is the way to put it. Brooke says, I'm going to be so happy if Wolverine does appear in Cap 4. Oh, yes. Who's that scientist from Logan? Well, that's a good question. I cannot remember. Get out of there. Oops. Jesus Christ. Yes. Hugh Jackman is Logan. Stewart is Xavier. Daphne King is Laura. Lloyd Holbrook is Pierce. Transigen's relentless, calculating, and intense head of security and leader of the Reavers. So who's his boss? Ah, Richard E. Grant. Oh, that was the star. Dr. Rice, the surgical head of Transigen, whose father was killed by Logan during his escape from Weapon X headquarters at Alkali Lake. The character of Rice Mangold stated he's the puppet master behind Pierce and the Reavers and has a much larger role in the sense that he's actually the kind of brilliant mind that is trying to grow mutants. Well, he's a surgeon, so I doubt he's going to be kitted out. Now, if they want to make the head of the Reavers Pierce, if they want to increase his role, that would explain the being kitted out. I mean, Feige is doing. I mean, he could bring Pierce and the Reavers over from Logan without fucking up the end of Logan, you know? So, he could be Pierce. They could be putting together a Reavers team. That would make for a show. Well, Stanley's, I don't think it was the scientist, but I think you were on the right track. Possibly. You may be onto something, sir. That makes the leader of the Reavers kind of makes sense. Because it doesn't even necessarily have to be the Fox version of the Reavers. It could be the MCU version of well, it have to be the MCU version of the Reavers if they're using Giancarlo as that. So yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I can't do the Skeksis one. I can't get my voice that high. Dark Crystal. If you don't get the reference, go watch that fucking movie. Yeah. Pierce, the head of the Reavers. He's an innovative engineer and he's a big fan of Wolverine. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So we got a couple possibilities now. He could be a striker. He could be the leader of the MCU Reavers, who instead of working for this Transigen place could be working for Stryker. Or they could be working for this Transigen place, and Transigen could be helping the government out with the Weapons Plus program. Interesting. Very interesting. What do you think, chat? Do you think, with the help of the Stanleys, we may have stumbled onto the truth? Or at least something more likely than most of the theories we've seen? Nice. What you think, chat? What you think? What you think? If I decide to get off my ass and make a video about that, I will be giving you full credit, sir. For the record. The photo does give paramilitary vibes, the Stanley says. Could be a group trying to clamp down on powered people, control them or kill, etc. Yeah? Ooh. What if he's working for damage control? They were around trying to tamp down on powered people in both She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel. Yeah, he could be the leader of a damage control strike team. Stanley's, you are providing all manner of inspiration. That is 2 new possibilities thanks to you. Good fucking job, man. You're fucking on it tonight, dude. I appreciate it. Like I said, if I do make a video about it, full credit for the Stanleys, because damn. Rob says, I hadn't considered a Donald Pierce cyborg role. That would be perfect because of the long history Pierce has with the X-Men and the Reavers' important role. See, I didn't know he was involved with the X-Men. That opens up all kinds of fun shit. That would be a great role. Yeah, that opens up all kinds of fun shit if he has a history with the X-Men, too. Ooh. He could be a real player in the MCU. And it's definitely, Pierce is definitely a villainous role, as is Stryker, obviously. But yeah, working for damage control works, too. Ooh. Ooh. Although I am starting to like the Pierce idea better now that I have those details. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you. Anybody else have any thoughts? On anything. This, anything we talked about earlier. Any thoughts about anything you just want to share? I'm down to chit-chat about whatever. Rob says, Stryker would be cool, but the Fox version was perfect. X2 was a perfect movie. It was a really good movie. And I love, what's his fuzz? The guy who played Stryker as an actor. I love that guy. I mean, he goes from that to fucking Super Troopers. What the hell? Stanley says, so many possibilities. And there are. Which is both frustrating and fun, though. Really, just trying to figure this shit out. Hopefully, my time keeps her promise to Josh and does not come swooping in and just start fucking up people's theories because she knows better. Rob says Pierce was a cyborg back in the Dark Phoenix days. Ooh. Brian Cox, yes. I love that guy. Yep, and Stanley's is on it too. Well done, gentlemen. Yeah, I love me some Brian Cox as an actor. Brian Cox, yes. I love that guy. Yep, and Stanley's is on it too. Well done, gentlemen. I love me some Brian Cox as an actor. All right. Rob says, one nice thing about focusing on lesser-known characters is the toxic fandom has little attachment to them, so it can be freeing to the writers and actors. As long as they do it well, see most of Phase 4. That's the key. You can introduce lesser-known characters and be successful at it if you do it well. Outside of Guardians, they haven't done it well. Okay, and Shang-Chi. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. But yeah, for the most part, not that good at it. Giancarlo would be a good Dark Beast too. I mean, yeah, I would agree. I don't think that's who he's going to be. At least not right away. But I mean, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I know jack shit about Dark Beast, his history. So, I mean, I can definitely look that up, though. That'd be kind of fun to research, I think. But yeah, I'm starting to really like the Pierce idea, though, honestly. I mean, the being a strike team leader for damage control could be cool. I mean, they got up to some shit in those Disney Plus shows, but I definitely like Pierce a lot better. What do you guys think? What's your? Do you have at this point a favorite theory? Because as of right now, Pierce is mine. Do you guys have any leanings, chat? Tell me what you think. What do you guys think? Do you have at this point a favorite theory? Because as of right now, Pierce is mine. Do you guys have any leanings, chat? Justified said, it's crazy how Acolyte is pretty much dead on arrival. What the? Why? What? What? Dude, we're speculating on the coolness that is potentially, possibly, could be awesome for Giancarlo's role. Why are you bringing up the Acolyte? I specifically said I only wanted to talk about Kathleen Kennedy and then Marvel the rest of the night. What the hell? Are you just trying to have fun? What? Dude, we're speculating on the coolness that is it, have I spent too much time on this stream not being trolled? Is that the problem? I mean, that's fair. Brooke says, oh yeah, actually, personally, I like Giancarlo to play a civilian villain than a superpowered being. Justin says, Star Wars is Jover thanks to KK. I mean, she definitely ain't fucking helping. She definitely ain't fucking helping. She's never helped. Let me think. Outside of the first two seasons of Mando and most of Ahsoka, no, she hasn't helped a bit. You're my bad, Justin says. I'm just really annoyed by it. Oh, no, dude. I mean, yeah, it's highly annoying. Way to be there for him, Brooke. You're a good guy. Fucking thing. I like how my entire Streamlabs has told me no one's watching. Glad I got the stream pulled up over cheer so I know the truth. This is going to be a good night. Thank you guys, chat. This is going to be, if not the first stream in a long time where I believe we will be averaging double-digit viewers for the entire stream. Oh, of course I lose one now. Oh, that's still 10 though. Still double digits. So, thank you everybody who's been watching and is still here. I appreciate you for that. That's one of my goals is averaging double-digit viewers on my streams. The next goal is getting that above 20. It's going to take some time, though, but that's cool. I mean, getting to the point where I average double digits pretty much every stream, it's going to be sick. So, thank you guys for helping that happen tonight. I really, really appreciate that. Still want Giancarlo as Doom? I mean, he would be sick as Doom. There's no arguing that, at least not by anyone sane. Or doesn't have their head up their ass anyway. According to YouTube, I'm not live even though you're watching. I'm literally watching my own stream on this monitor over here, see? That's how I'm keeping track. Oop, now I'm back up to 11. Yay, thank you whoever came back. Appreciate you. Dub, yeah. You guys have made my, like, those of you who are here and have been here, you guys, oh, well, I don't need to watch, you guys don't need to watch me twice. Once is probably enough for you. There we go. But, yeah, much love to you guys. Thank you. All right, does anybody have any more thoughts on anything we've talked about tonight? Because I am done, but I, of course, am happy to speak on anything that you guys wish to chat about for Sheezy. But if not, I'm going to get on out this bitch. What say you, chat? Or have anything to say you, chat? Damn, I need more of that iced coffee and Frangelico. That shit's good as fuck. Appreciate the stream. Well, thank you, Griff. I appreciate you being here, along with everybody else, of course. And if you've made it this far in the replay, if you've been having fun this whole time, thank you. And also like, subscribe, and please leave comments on the replay. Brooke says, appreciate the stream as always. Thank you, sir. Stanley says, good night. Yeah, you need to go to bed. You and David both. Fucking psychos. Although I do appreciate you guys being here. You guys can be psychos for the basement all you want. Thanks, Lou. Thanks for the dub, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Whether you were in the chat, lurking, or if you're on the replay and you made it this far, thank you. 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 I would be streaming to nobody if you guys weren't here. I mean, I'd probably still be doing it because I'm a sad sack like that, but you guys give me someone to talk to, and I'm very much grateful for that. So, Make sure you hit the like on your way out if you did not hit it on your way in. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so, because if you made it this long on the replay or the live, obviously you have fun with this channel. So if you are not currently subscribed and you had fun, then subscribe so you can have even more fun. And hit the notification bell so you know when that fun happens. Okay? Okay. So, much love, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And if nothing else, if nothing else, we'll see. Yeah, Acolyte premieres Tuesday, right? Yeah, so, yeah, definitely. We'll be seeing y'all Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace. Much love, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And if nothing else, if nothing else, we'll see. Yeah, Acolyte premieres Tuesday, right? Yeah, so, yeah, definitely. We'll be seeing y'all Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace. Well, that was fun, y'all. At least it was for me. I hope it was for you. It's always a good time to talk about awesomeness in Marvel. And I have to admit, it's always a good time to shit on Kathleen when she's being stupid, which is pretty much all the time. So, yeah, it's fun to shit on Kathleen all the time. God, how is she so ridiculously out of touch? Jesus Christ. Oh, well. Anyway, it is what it is. We can do nothing about it except attempt to let Star Wars know what they're doing while simultaneously differentiating ourselves from those assholes over there in their corner. It's not fair to us. But it is unfortunately, since Kathy's so goddamn ignorant, the reality of our current Star Wars lives. But at least across the lot at Marvel Studios, things are looking up for the most part. Yay! So, while the immediate future is a little dim outside of Deadpool and Wolverine, things are looking up starting in 2025, y'all. We're getting there. It's June now. It's June 1st. We're almost halfway through the year, yo. We're close. And we got some dope-ass shows coming up this month. Might have to lose it about that KK thing. I mean, bruh. That's the joy of doing what we do, is we can just hop on and fucking lose it. How awesome is that, man? All right, where was I? God damn it. It is so easy to derail my train of thought. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Marvel awesomeness. It's coming. We will make it through the rest of this year with the help of Deadpool and Wolverine and the help of badass shows coming out this month, like House of the Dragon Season 2, The Boys Season 4. No, I haven't made a Twitch account yet. I'm sorry. And for Griff, I still haven't watched the first 2 episodes of Fallout yet either. Yeah, I'm copping to it all. Okay? I'm owning my L's. I am owning my fucking L's. Those are 2 of my L's right now. I'm disappointing both of you. I'm sorry. Yep. With the help of a few good TV shows and Deadpool and Wolverine and each other, of course, we will slog through this 2024 and we will get into 2025 where it appears for the most part things will be improving. Make one now and join tomorrow. Okay. It's going to be a good summer, book says. Let's stay optimistic. Well, I mean, I plan on riding Deadpool and Wolverine for as long as I can to have that good summer. Pause and no Diddy. So, all right, y'all. Much love. Much undying gratitude to you guys. I know it's free. I know. I'll get on it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love you, guy. I love you, my guy. All right. And I love all of you. Thank you for being here. If I don't drop a video, see y'all on Wednesday. Be good, be well, be careful. Take care of yourselves. Peace. I love you, guy. I love you, my guy. All right. And I love all of you. Thank you for being here. If I don't drop a video, see y'all on Wednesday. Be good, be well, be careful. Take care of yourselves. Peace. I love you, my guy. All right. And I love all of you. If I don't drop a video, see y'all on Wednesday. Be good, be well,